Why side hustles are becoming the new normal in America. What if I told you? The side hustle economy is not really about ambition anymore. It's about fear. Fear that one paycheck is not enough. Fear that prices will keep rising. Fear that one job loss could destroy everything. Fear that working hard still may not be enough to build a secure future. For years, people looked at side hustles as something extra, something people did for fun, a small online business, a weekend project, a way to make extra cash. But today, for millions of Americans, side hustles are becoming something very different. They are becoming survival tools. People are working full-time jobs during the day, and then driving for apps, freelancing, selling online, creating content, editing videos, delivering food, tutoring, consulting, and building small businesses at night. Not because they always want to work more, but because the modern economy is forcing people to ask a scary question. What if one income is no longer enough? And once you understand why side hustles became the new normal, you'll understand one of the biggest financial shifts happening in America right now. Welcome to NextGenFinance, where we break down money, business, the economy, and financial psychology in the simplest way possible. Today, we're uncovering why side hustles are becoming the new normal in America. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why millions of people are chasing extra income, why some side hustles are actually traps, why wealthy people think differently about income, and how ordinary workers can use side hustles the smart way. For decades, the American dream had a simple formula. Get a stable job, work hard, pay your bills, buy a home, raise a family, save for retirement. One job was supposed to be enough. But today that formula feels broken. A full-time job may cover rent. But what about groceries? What about insurance? What about debt? What about car payments? What about emergencies? What about savings? What about investing? What about the future? This is why so many people feel financially trapped. They are working, they are earning, they are trying, but the paycheck disappears faster than ever. And when one paycheck cannot carry the full weight of modern life, people start looking for another source of income. That's where the side hustle enters the story. At first, a side hustle sounds exciting. Extra money, more freedom, more control. Maybe even a way to escape the 9-to-5. But behind the excitement, there is a deeper truth. Many people are not starting side hustles because they dream of becoming entrepreneurs. They are starting side hustles because they are tired of feeling financially unsafe. That difference matters. Because when a side hustle comes from fear, it can become exhausting. People wake up early for their main job, work all day, come home tired, then open a laptop, drive at night, edit videos, deliver food, answer clients, package orders, post content, learn new skills, and repeat the same cycle again tomorrow. This is the new reality for many Americans. One job pays the bills. The second income helps them breathe. But the question is this freedom? Or is it just a new kind of financial pressure? The first reason side hustles became normal is simple. The cost of living increased. Rent is higher. Groceries are higher. Gas is higher. Insurance is higher. Healthcare is higher. Car payments are higher. Basic life is more expensive, and when everything rises at the same time, a single paycheck starts feeling weak. A person may earn more than they did 5 years ago, but still feel poorer. Why? Because income may rise slowly, but expenses can rise faster. This creates a silent financial squeeze. People don't always notice it immediately. At first, it's just a little more at the grocery store, a little more for rent, a little more for car insurance, a little more for gas, and a little more for electricity. But over time, those little increases become a major problem. And suddenly, the same income no longer supports the same lifestyle. That is why side hustles are growing. People are not always trying to become rich. Many are just trying to stay in the same place. The second reason is debt. Debt is one of the biggest forces pushing people into side hustles. Credit card debt, student loans, car loans, personal loans, buy now, pay later. Medical bills. Debt creates monthly payments, and monthly payments reduce freedom. When part of your paycheck already belongs to lenders, you don't control your full income. You are working today to pay for yesterday, and that creates pressure. A person may have a decent salary, but if hundreds or thousands of dollars go toward debt every month, the paycheck feels much smaller. This is why so many people search for extra income. They want to pay off debt faster. They want to stop living with financial stress. They want to escape interest. They want to finally breathe. But here's the problem. Some people start side hustles to pay off debt, then use the extra money to spend more. That creates another trap. Instead of becoming free, they become busier. They work more, earn more, spend more, and still feel stuck. That is why a side hustle without a financial plan can become dangerous. Extra income only helps if it creates progress. If it only supports a more expensive lifestyle, it becomes another version of the same problem. The third reason side hustles became normal is job insecurity. There was a time when people believed a stable job could protect them for life. But today, workers are more uncertain. Companies restructure. Industries change. AI tools are growing. Automation is increasing. Remote work changed competition. Layoffs can happen suddenly, and sometimes one email can change a person's entire financial life. That is why relying on only one employer feels risky. A job is important, but a job is not full control. Your employer controls your position. Your company controls your salary. The market controls demand. Technology changes the rules. And when your entire financial life depends on one income source, one change can create disaster. This is why financially smart people think differently. They don't just ask, how much do I earn? They ask, how many ways do I earn? That question is becoming more important than ever. Because in a changing economy, multiple income streams can create protection. Not complete safety, but more options. And options are powerful. The fourth reason is social media. Social media changed how people see money. Every day, people see others making money online, creators earning from videos, freelancers working from home, people selling digital products, people building online stores, people claiming they make thousands per month from side hustles. This creates hope, but it also creates pressure. People start thinking, why am I only working one job? Why am I not making money online? Why is everyone else building income streams? Am I falling behind? Social media makes side hustles look easy. But what people don't see is the work behind the scenes. They don't see the failed attempts, the unpaid hours, the stress, the learning curve, the editing, the marketing, the rejection, the inconsistency, and the burnout. They only see the result. And because of that, many people jump into side hustles, expecting fast money. But fast money is rare. Most real side hustles take time. They require skills. They require patience. They require consistency. They require learning. And if someone starts with unrealistic expectations, they may quit too early. This is where many people fail. They don't fail because the opportunity is impossible. They fail because they expect results before they build value. The fifth reason side hustles became normal is the internet. This is the good side of the story. For the first time in history, ordinary people have access to tools that previous generations never had. You can start a business from a laptop. You can learn skills online. You can sell products online. You can create content. You can freelance globally. You can use AI tools. You can build digital assets. You can reach an audience without owning a TV station, newspaper, or big company. That is powerful. The internet made income opportunities more accessible, but it also made competition stronger. Now anyone can start. But because anyone can start, many people do. This means success requires more than just showing up. It requires strategy. It requires consistency. It requires understanding what people need. It requires standing out. That is why the best side hustles are not just random activities. They solve problems. They save time. They make money. They create convenience. They entertain. They educate. They provide value. The market rewards value, not effort alone. That is one of the most important lessons in money. You can work very hard on something nobody wants and earn nothing, or you can solve a real problem for people and build serious income. Now let's talk about the side hustle trap. Because not every side hustle is good. Some side hustles are just second jobs with extra stress. For example, a person works all day, then spends every night doing low-paying work. They earn extra cash but lose sleep, health, family time, and peace. That may help temporarily, but long-term, it can become damaging. A side hustle should not just be about working more hours forever. The smarter goal is to build something that improves over time, something that can grow, something that can create skills, something that can become a real income stream. There's a big difference between extra work and extra leverage. Driving extra hours may create immediate money, but learning a high-income skill can increase your earning power for years. Selling random products may create some cash, but building a brand can create long-term opportunity. Doing small tasks can help, but building a system can change your financial future. This is where wealthy people think differently. Average people often think, how can I make extra money this week? Wealthy people think, how can I build something that keeps making money later? That difference changes everything. The wrong side hustle only adds exhaustion. The right side hustle builds skills, assets, and opportunity. Now let's break down what makes a side hustle powerful. A strong side hustle should have at least one of these qualities. It builds a valuable skill, it has growth potential, it can be done consistently, it solves a real problem, it can become more efficient over time, it does not completely destroy your health, and it can eventually become an asset. For example, freelancing can be powerful because it builds skills and client experience. Content creation can be powerful because it can build an audience. Online education can be powerful because knowledge can be packaged. Digital products can be powerful because they can be sold repeatedly. A small business can be powerful because it can grow beyond your personal time. Investing can be powerful because assets can compound over time. But chasing every new trend can be dangerous. One week it's drop shipping, next week it's crypto, next week it's AI automation, next week it's trading, next week it's affiliate marketing. Many people jump from one thing to another and never stay long enough to build real skill. That is a mistake. The people who win usually focus, they pick one path, they learn it deeply, they improve, they stay consistent, they adapt, and over time, they become better than the average person. That is how real progress happens. Now let's talk about AI. AI is changing side hustles in a big way. AI tools can help people write faster, design faster, research faster, edit faster, analyze faster, and create faster. This creates opportunity. A person who understands AI can produce more work in less time. They can offer services, improve content, automate tasks, learn faster, and compete with bigger teams. But AI also creates competition, because if tools make work easier, more people can enter the market. So the real advantage is not just using AI. The advantage is using AI with human judgment. AI can create drafts, but humans create strategy. AI can generate ideas, but humans choose the right ideas. AI can make work faster, but humans build trust, taste, and direction. The future of side hustles will not belong to people who simply use tools. It will belong to people who use tools wisely. Now let's talk about the emotional side. Side hustles can create hope, but they can also create burnout. Many people feel like they are never allowed to rest. If they are not working, they feel guilty. If they are resting, they feel behind. If they see others succeeding online, they feel pressure. This is dangerous, because money is important, but health matters too. Family matters. Sleep matters. Peace matters. A side hustle should improve your life, not destroy it. That is why the smartest approach is not always to do more, it is to do better. Better skills, better pricing, better systems, better planning, better time management, better financial discipline. Working more hours is not always the answer. Sometimes the answer is building more valuable skills. If you earn more per hour, you may not need to work every hour. That is why high-income skills matter. Skills like sales, marketing, copywriting, video editing, coding, design, finance, AI tools, communication, project management, and business operations can create better opportunities. Because when your skill becomes valuable, your time becomes more valuable. And when your time becomes more valuable, you can earn more without endlessly working. Now let's talk about the difference between a side hustle and an income stream. A side hustle is something you do for extra money. An income stream is a source of money that can become reliable. At first, most things start as a side hustle, but the goal should be to turn the side hustle into a system. For example, freelancing starts with one client. Then you build a portfolio. Then you charge more. Then you get referrals. Then you may create a small agency. Content creation starts with videos. Then you build an audience. Then you monetize through ads, sponsorships, products, or services. Online selling starts with one product. Then you learn marketing. Then you improve operations. Then you build a brand. This is how side hustles become assets. But many people never reach that stage because they treat side hustles like random tasks. They don't track results. They don't improve. They don't build a system. They just work more. That is the trap. The goal is not just more work. The goal is more leverage. Now let's discuss how ordinary workers can start smart. First, don't start with panic. Start with clarity. Ask yourself, why do I need extra income? Is it to pay debt, build savings, invest, escape a job, learn skills, build a business? Your reason matters, because if your goal is unclear, your actions will be random. Second, look at your current skills. What can you already do? Can you write, edit videos, manage social media, organize information, fix technical problems, teach something, sell something, communicate well, design, analyze data, use AI tools? Often, the best side hustle starts with a skill you already have or can learn quickly. Third, choose one path and stay consistent long enough to improve. Do not chase every trend. Fourth, protect your energy. A side hustle should fit your life. If you burn out, you will quit. Fifth, use extra income wisely. This is the most important part. Extra income should create progress. Pay down high-interest debt, build emergency savings, invest, improve skills. Buy tools that help you earn more. Do not let extra income disappear into lifestyle inflation, because if you earn more but spend more, nothing changes. Now here's the final truth. Side hustles are becoming the new normal because America's financial reality changed. One income is often not enough. Jobs feel less secure. Expenses are rising. Debt is heavy. Technology is changing work. And people want more control over their future. But a side hustle can be either a trap or a tool. It becomes a trap when it only creates more exhaustion. It becomes a tool when it builds skills, income, assets, and freedom. That is the difference. The future will not belong only to people who work harder. It will belong to people who learn faster, adapt quicker, build smarter, and create income from more than one source. Because in the modern economy, depending on one paycheck is risky. But building multiple income streams can create options, and options are the beginning of freedom. So the question is not just, should you start a side hustle? The real question is, what kind of income stream can you build that your future self will thank you for? Because the goal is not to work forever. The goal is to build a life where money creates peace, not pressure. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to NextGenFinance for more powerful videos about money, business, the economy, and financial psychology. And remember, a side hustle should not just make you busier, it should move you closer to freedom.